courthouse is open at this time, obviously with several restrictions and several changes. And Chris, I want to thank you for coming by and filming this little segment for your press website. Just to let people know, the courthouse is open. As I mentioned, you shot me in my office there, and you could see a little physical barrier to my office door. That's a part of the requirements by the governor to help keep people separated with social distancing. Things that will be changed and look different for people coming into the courthouse are going to be numerous. All the offices are open at this point, with the exception of the circuit clerk. They don't open until June 1st, and that's state mandated, but the other offices are open for people to come in. We've got a greeter at the door.
You've been out of state in the last couple of weeks overnight?
No, not out of state.
Okay. Have you had anybody in your immediate family or household been tested positive for COVID?
No, sir.
Any temperature?
No, sir.
Any loss of taste or smell?
No, sir.
Okay. There's hand sanitizing stations at each office?
We've got one-way traffic flow set up, so there's going to be some arrows in the floor to help guide people through. As we move into the actual judicial courtroom opening, we're not real sure what that's going to look like at this point. I think it's going to be different for the different courts, and everyone will be instructed accordingly through the circuit clerk's office, I believe, once that occurs. The other biggest change for people, and it's obviously not sunk in yet because we get a lot of people coming to every door, but the only entry point to the courthouse and exit point is through the front door. So if you do come to the courthouse, just be prepared to come to that front door. Folks with handicap limitations or disability limitations, we're still bringing them through the back door because that's the only access to our chairlift for assistance. So if you have limitations and accessibility issues, just be sure and come to that back door, and someone will meet you there and help you through that process. As we move forward, I keep getting questions: how long are these barriers going to have to be put in place? How long are we going to have to keep up this one-way traffic flow situation? And I don't know the answer to that question yet. The governor really hasn't said, CDC and the health departments haven't said. We're running into a situation with this reopening where there's a lot of contradictory information, so we're trying to get that clarified and work with it as best we can. I think overall our community has done a great job. We've had very few cases compared to other counties in the area, and I'm proud for that, and I hope that continues to be the case, and I think it will be as long as everyone's patient, everyone pays attention to what we're doing and what's required. I do get a lot of questions asked about wearing a mask. If you come to the courthouse, are you going to have to wear a mask? And we've made that optional. The request from the governor's office was to mandate masks, but I know a lot of people don't feel comfortable in a mask. They have breathing problems and those type of things. So I think for the most part we're all adults, and we realize if we're sick or not sick, or if we've been in a situation that we could have been exposed to the coronavirus, we know to stay home, and we're asking folks to do that. And so if you come up here, masks are available for those that want to wear one and maybe not have one. We'll provide you with a mask, but we're not asking you to wear a mask to be able to come into the building. In each office, with respect to the sheriff's office, county clerk, circuit clerk, and the PBA, we've made some adjustments to those offices and put up what I call sneeze guards, so to speak. So you'll see a plexiglass barrier between yourself as a customer and the folks that work in the courthouse, and so you can slide your documents under that barrier. There's no problem hearing one another, but we did make that improvement and change to help protect not only our employees but also the public.
Well, as a reminder, the City Hall is open from 8:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, and we do take in walk-in customers. We're not doing many face-to-face visits, as you can see. And of course, the drop box is always available any time of day, any day of the week. So keep that in mind as well.
Today's CrittendenPress NewsTalk is sponsored by Pennyrile District Health Department's Diabetes Counseling Service. The programs bring awareness to and provides assistance for people living with diabetes. Diabetes specialist Kelly Dawes, RN, and registered dietitian Allie Perriman can be reached by contacting any health center in the Pennyrile District.
So in closing, I just want to remind everybody to read your local news source, your local newspaper, listen to your local radio station, what have you. A lot of this information is published in that paper, and a lot of the information is read on the radio news. So, and trust me, I'm not on Chris's payroll by any means, and I'm not trying to sell newspapers, and I'm not on WMJL's payroll either. But we have local news sources that very few communities have, and we're fortunate to have those, and those need to be supported. And the only way to do that is through listening or by subscription. And we put that information in those outlets for a reason, because it is easily accessible to our community.